Simple present tense. Let us go to the present continuous. Present continuous is not as tough as the simple present. It's very easy. It is because we should understand first the be forms. How many of y'all know the meaning of the be forms? We have three varieties of be forms. One is V1 form, next one is V2 form, and the third one is V3 form. In the V1 form, what are there? We have am, is, or we have are. When it comes to the V2 form, we have was. What's the next one? Is pronounced it as were. Don't say where. If it is where, the pronunciation or the spelling becomes W-F-E-R-E. We are not writing that. We are writing W-E-R-E. Where were you? Where were you? Where did you go? Where were you? Learn the correct pronunciation. And the last one. What's the last one? We have here be. We have here be. So we should remember these three perfectly. I hope all of you all have noted them. Fine. It should be very quick writing. You shouldn't be wasting a lot of time for anything. Now, let us see the simple. Why am I writing simple? It's not simple, isn't it? It is the present continuous. Or else, what is the other name that I asked you to remember? Progressive. Now, how are we to remember or understand this tense? First thing is, let us learn the structure. When it comes to the structure, first person singular, that is I. How do we write it? We take subject plus, I am writing clearly the be form after separating for each of the pronouns. We need to use here am. And then what do we use? We can call it present participle, or else, how should we remember it? You can remember it in this way, or else I'll write V1 plus in form. Both of them are one and the same. Plus object. We make use of subject plus am plus V1 plus in form, or else you can call it as present participle and then give a object. In case it is first person plural and, let me write it separately. First person plural, second person singular and plural, and the third person plural. For these three, we have another one. What is that? We make use of subject plus are plus same thing, present participle or else we can remember it as V1 plus in form and then we add object. And then the last one is third person singular. How do we write this? We take subject plus is plus present participle or else we should remember it as V1 plus in form. Those who are not writing and only staring at the board will not get anything in their lives. So the third one is subject plus is plus present participle or else V1 plus in form and then you have the object. Now that we completed with the structures, let us see the usage. What is the usage of these? We had seen that in the simple present tense, there are 6 rules that we have to remember. Here we have just 3. If you can learn these 3 rules, It's easy. Why are there only 3 rules? I do not know why we have only 3, but we have to learn them perfectly. What's the first rule? To talk about anything which is happening right now. To talk about anything happening let me put it in underwear at the time of speaking. Now, what is happening now? Why am I telling now twice? Not right. What is happening now? I am teaching. What are you doing? We are listening. Sir sound should be there. Or else we can also say you are writing. Am I right? So whatever is happening at the time of speaking, we can write that. So I'm taking first person singular and writing I am teaching. And I'm taking the next sentence that is second person plural. You are writing. Let me take another example also with third person singular. If I take third person singular, I can say he is listening. Because it is happening right now. All of them are telling the same thing. Is this understood with the first rule? Everyone has understood it? Now let us go to the second rule. The second rule is to talk about, I'm not writing the whole thing, children, to talk about anything. I'm not writing that. Anything which is planned for the near future. How can you say talking about future in the present continuous? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Suppose you have made plans. Let us imagine that is anyone going to a movie in this week? Look at all your plans. Have you planned it? When are you going? Sunday. So this boy is telling that on Sunday going to a movie. So the sentence can be in the same manner. He is going to a movie. When is it doing that? On this Sunday. Let us make it specific. Why is that I'm telling that it is this Sunday? It is because tickets have been booked, planning has been done, whatever other activities must be done in the period of that movie, you have either postponed or you have made it earlier. So it is like that. In case you wanted to just have an ice cream today, you might have told your parents, Mama or Papa, I want an ice cream today or tomorrow. What did they tell? Yes, we'll have it today. As soon as you come to school, get ready, then we'll go and we'll have. How will that sentence be? I'm having an ice cream today. I'm eating an ice cream today. Yes? Why? Promise has been made, planning has been done, then I can use the present continuous to talk about any action. It could be very silly thing. It could also be a major. Did all understand these points? Now the third one is a little bit different, but I wanted all of you all to pay a little bit of attention before you write it. What is the third rule? It is not happening at the time of speaking. Please pay attention. I'm using the symbol of cross. It is not happening at the time of speaking, but it could be something which is your main work. What is the meaning of this? Did anyone understand this? Can anyone explain this? Could you try it? I repeat, this is not happening at the time of speaking, but it could be something which is your main work. Now let us assume that you have gone to your relation's house. When you go to your relation's house, will you go in uniform? Will you carry your school bag? No. But 100% your relations will say, what are you doing now? Do they ask you? Yes, immediately. What's your answer? I'm studying 10th answer. I'm studying 10th class answer. You say that. You say that? Is that your main verb? Yes or no? Yes. So whatever is your main verb, even though it is not happening at the time of speaking, we use the present continuous tense. Is this understood? Other than this main verb, it could also be some other activities which you do regularly. If at all there is any person learning karate, music, yes, if a person has a habit of writing, I'm writing something. So I can tell I'm writing a novel. Why? It's because I'm spending some time every day in the evening to write it. Is this understood? Even though it is not happening now, when I'm speaking, I can tell I'm writing a novel. Why? It is going on every day. Is this clear with all? All understood the difference of any action which is not happening at the time of speaking, but it is something very important. Is it clear? I can write like this. I am learning music. Am I learning right now? No. But I am learning it maybe weekly, twice or thrice. And it is going on. It had been going on for quite a long period of time. Then I can use in this manner. Is it clear? Everyone. In case I say she is practicing yoga, is that person doing yoga at the time of speaking? No. But maybe early mornings or late in the night or just before going to bed, depending upon the schedule, that person is doing yoga. Then I can tell that she is practicing yoga. These are just the 3 rules. In case you get perfection in these 3 rules, you are an A. Shall I go to the next page? I'm going to give you just 1 minute to note down whatever you are writing and be fast. I hope it is copied by everyone. Now, let us go to the other important things. We had seen in the simple present tense that we make use of do, we make use of does. You all remember that? Yes. Now, in the present continuous, what are we going to use? Remember that in the present, what has happened to it? I think I made it go too high. Where are you? Oh, please come back. Yes, let it be in the corner there. Now, in case we are using present continuous, how are we going to change the sentences from affirmative to negative, negative to contracted, and all those things? How? We understood that we have how many things? Am, we have is, we have are. You all remember for present continuous, the helping verb that we are using from the be form is am, is, and are. So these things only are used for the sake of making negative. I am teaching. I am not teaching. Is it understood? Negative. That means we use am plus not. We use is plus not. We use are plus not. These are fine. But what about the contracted forms? How do we write the contracted forms? What happens to am plus not? What happens to is plus not? And are plus not? Come on, I wanted anyone to tell me the answer. Am plus not. Is plus not. Isn't. Are plus not. Please pronounce it as on. On. Just as you call A-U-N-T on. A-R-E-N apostrophe T is on. Now, am plus not also is same thing. A-R-E-N apostrophe T. I am teaching. I am teaching. Is it understood? I am teaching. I am not teaching. I Aren't teaching. Am I teaching? Am I not teaching? Aren't I teaching? I'm teaching. Aren't I? I'm not teaching. Am I? Here we get all the 8 sentences in that part. So write this negative forms and the contracted forms, and remember am plus not and are plus not is the same. But when it's expanded, we write clearly. I find many students daydreaming. I know that it is day, but you should not dream. We'll go to the examples of those 3 varieties. I'm not going to write the sentences. I hope you'll be able to do it. I'll write one sentence and I'll read out all the 8 varieties. Remember, for this, we are not getting 9 varieties. We are only getting 8 varieties. So let me take with I. I am writing notes. In case I say I am writing notes, this is affirmative sentence. We make it into negative by telling I am not writing notes. Negative sentence. I aren't writing notes. Contracted sentence. Am I writing notes? Interrogative. Am I not writing notes? Negative interrogative. Aren't I writing notes? Contracted interrogative. I am writing notes. Aren't I? Negative question tag. I aren't writing notes. Am I? This is affirmative question tag. Altogether, I told 8. You must practice. We don't have the 9th one in this. No emphatic sentences here. In case we are taking with you. You are playing. Let me take a simple sentence. You are playing. Again, this is affirmative sentence. We make it into negative by telling you are not playing. You are playing. Contracted. Are you playing? Interrogative. Are you not playing? What is it? Negative interrogative. Aren't you playing? Contracted interrogative. You are playing. Aren't you? Negative question tag. You aren't playing. Are you? What is this? Affirmative question tag. So the next one I'll take with she. She is, let me take sleeping. How can you say she is pretty in the present continuous? There is the ink form there. She is sleeping is affirmative. How do we write the negative? She is not sleeping. She isn't sleeping. She isn't sleeping is the contracted sentence. Is she sleeping? I wanted everyone's attention here. Whoever comes to the class, your concentration must be here. How do we make this sentence into negative? She is sleeping changes into she is not sleeping. Negative. Contracted one, she isn't sleeping. How will we write the interrogative? Is she sleeping? Negative interrogative. Is she not sleeping? Contracted interrogative. Isn't she sleeping? Then comes the 2 question tag. For the 2 question tag, you must take first this itself. She is sleeping, comma. Isn't she? Next one, she isn't sleeping, comma. Is she? That becomes affirmative question tag. So with this, we completed the present continuous tense. Then we'll start with the remaining of them.